What's going on, everybody? Mike here. Welcome back to Tahoes and Turbos. It's sure been a while since a fella's been able to smile, but life has been going pretty damn well. It's been just focusing on myself and my kids this last couple weeks here, and the powder coating stuff like that. A lot of working out, a lot of a lot of drinking, but it is what it is, right? I'm 40. Yeah, meanwhile, other people were chasing tail and other stuff like that. It is what it is. Anyways, today, we are back to work on the 53 Pontiac. A little bit ago, there was a huge sale on big cases of pork chops, and Mom and Stepdad were like, "Yeah, we're gonna get some. Would you like some?" I'm like, "Well, kind of tapped right now because they weren't cheap." Right? And Stepdad's like, "Well, hey, you still got those parts to put on the 53. I was like, "So we got a deal, and here we are." What I'm going to do first is jack it up and get the wheel off. We're going to start with this one here. That's where we left off last time. This one was leaking. I got my jack. Got my bag full of tools. I got my impact. Got myself my libations. Got some skidoo parts as well. Got a brand new fuel pump for the sled. Mikuni one, like an actual Mikuni one. And I got these little buggers here. I think that might be where we start. We're going to put those on the sled just to kind of see if they work. Kind of get like a positive vibe happening here. Like a positive, get the positive energies up. Because, man, there's been a dark cloud hanging over me for a while. And, I don't like that. But I like the sound of that. Anyways, also, it's been a week or so since I've been out here checking out the powder. Like these guys here, it's been cold and stormy, but they are absolutely mint and perfect. Like perfect. I did see a comment from buddy Mike from the Quebec Heated Jacket Garage, wondering if I could powder coat chrome valve covers in here. Well, Mike, it's a standard oven, right? Hot point. If you think we could fit your valve cover in here, I would more than love to try. So I have to clean the racks, stuff like that, but I got no problem at all. So, anyways, let's put these guys on, let's see if they work, and then we'll start getting this thing going here. I've only got limited time tonight, because I have to head home and do a bunch of stuff with the kids, like cook supper and stuff like that, and just be a general dad, right? Have family game night. Oh, they're green now. These used to be black. Cool. So stuff like that. And I got a couple days to work on this, so I'm not really worried. Yeah, I used to do the every other day uploads, but life got really crazy. Just if you guys want to find out more, I'm going to make a video for Patreon. It's going to be detailing a lot of stuff that's been going on with me the last little while. And yeah, you can pay to listen to a guy talk about his suffering. Anyways, let's swap these out and see what they look like. Alright, folks, I got one of them on, as you can see. And I did give it a pull over there, and it did light up. So that's awesome. Here's how the old guys were on there. It's just a coil with a pin through the wire. So, yeah, that's never good. We're going to upgrade that with these new screw-on type of dealy guys. And then, here, let me take that off so you can see what I'm talking about. There you go. There's a screw in there. See that? That screws onto the little electrode right there. Ooh, you can see that one's been kind of melted on it. That's not good. Anyways, hopefully this will actually cause a better spark, and we won't have no issues ever, and we won't have to really test for spark anymore, because it'll just tell us with these little flashers. So I can't wait. I'm excited to see them both on, and I'm going to give it a pull off camera to see what's going on. As you can see, I've got nobody anymore to film for me, help me hold the camera, nothing like that. And it's not a bad thing, really, considering. Really, it's not. It's a positive. It really is a positive. I did buy another tripod, though, because my other one broke. So we got that going. Anyways, back to finishing this up, and then we'll get this wheel off, and we'll get it a little bit done on here tonight, and then I'll be back in the morning to probably finish that wheel for sure, and then we'll work our way around the car. I'm gonna have to push it around a bit probably, but can't remember all I have for parts in here. I'm gonna have to go through that as well. But we'll be back, folks. We'll be back. All right, folks. Got them both on there, and yeah, they light up like the dickens. So I think I'm gonna order one for the trike and one for Haley's quad, and we'll see how they go on there. So I have this open for the fuel pump here. We'll talk about that in a future video, because I might actually just end up sending this out, like I said before, because there's something not quite right with it. And before, I didn't really have the time to deal with it, because having to deal with other people's bullshit. If you know, you know. Yeah, so now, I don't know. I could maybe get back on it and see what's up with it. But wintertime is going to be here soon. I moved stuff out of the way because I was pulling on that. I didn't want to knock over my powder coating, so I'll move all that back. But all right, let's get on the car, shall we? All right, folks. Got the car jacked up. Got jack stand under it. A little precarious, but it's under it. Got the wheel all unbolted. Got the roller skate, whatever go jacky thing out from underneath it. So now should be able to just pull the tire off, no problem at all. I was looking at this rim. It's kind of how you doing. You know, it could benefit maybe from a turquoise powder coating. What do you guys think? If I can convince the stepdad to buy me some turquoise powder, and if I can find old rain barrels. If any of you guys know where I can find old rain barrels, like the plastic ones, that I can cut down to, like, you know, 2-3 feet tall. I can fill them full of stripper, and then I can just dunk my wheels and stuff like that. Make it a lot easier for when it comes to cleaning up parts. And then, yeah, I could be doing wheels and stuff, because actually that wheel will fit in that oven. I have another 15-inch rim. That's actually a 14. I had a 15-inch rim outside that I tried in the oven, and it does fit in the oven. Just lay down, so I just have to do the face. Whoop-de-doo. That's all you see anyways, right? So, but anyways, let's pull this wheel off and see if we can remember where we were at last time, because I don't. Oh, it's going to be a bear for room. I might have to figure out a way to scoot the skidoo over a bit. Right, just... Now there's that rim, that one. Yeah, that's the rim that I fit in the oven. So I might just have to scooch everything over and go from there. Compressor, since it went kabooey and jagooey, I used it to do these guys, as you guys seen, and it's been sitting ever since. So I've not heard back about the other compressor that I was looking at getting. So that's where that's at right now. But we can still do mechanical work the old-fashioned way, guys. All right, folks. Well, I sit on the ground here and get, you know, hemorrhoids. I figured, because I don't have a mechanic stool, it'd be a great time to take a look at where we left off. The hub is really wet for some reason. And I remember last time it was leaking from back there. Like, it was leaking. So we're going to have to probably remove that hose and stuff. Like down in here. So I'll have to take that guy out. Hit it with some goop. Work it back and forth. I see I got some other nuts back there I'm going to have to take out. Hopefully I don't have to heat stuff too much. But, you know, if we got it, what we got to do, we got to do. Wish me luck. I'm going to now pop this cap off. Take the kingpin and stuff off, and we will see what it looks like inside here. Probably looks like... I'm not even going to say it because I'm a gentleman. So well, I don't think that's ever been done, guys. Just showed my stepdad. So, and we were also talking too for a bit. Get that away. We might have some other people working on the car behind the scenes when I'm not around. So if one day he calls me up and he's like, hey, the car's done, don't be surprised, okay, guys? Because, you know, a guy's got lots and lots and lots to do. And as much as I want to work on, like, get this thing fixed and running for him, it does need a new carburetor. And I don't have the means to get him one right now. So, but if other people want to try pissing around on it, more than likely, like, more than welcome. Anyways, I'm going to keep cleaning this off. We can get this off and see how the insides look. Alright, folks. Got the drum off. And as you guys can see, I don't know if you guys can. Here's the wheel bearing cap right there. We go, goes in there. So all the bearings seem to be actually really good. Lots of grease. There's a little bit of like wear on the one race, as you can see, but nothing I'm worried about really. Fresh coat of grease and some polish, and these will come right back. So the only thing I am really worried about, folks, is the fact there's no material on this pad. See that? That is right shot, which is probably why this cylinder also failed. It overextended and popped. As you can see, everything is just kind of gone, dry rotted out. See that? How it's giving up the dust inside there. That's all old brake fluid, guys. See that? Sorry. That's all old brake fluid and sand and shit. So I'm gonna go show my stepdad now what I have found. I'll be back with a verdict, but I can continue taking it down. Get this off of here. I have the tool to do the screw there. I'll have to put the wire, or I'll have to put the face mask on so I can get the springs off, because that's my number one thing I'm worried about, is those springs flying off and losing an eye. Say what you will, growing up, I always heard stories about guys losing eyes from drum brakes. So yeah, but look at how old that grease is, guys. It's old. 70 years of lubing the shaft. It still looks actually really good. But we'll clean it up really good, and I'll be back. But I'll be back with an update first, and let you guys know what my stepdad has to say about this. Alright, folks, just talking with the stepdad. Gonna order new pads, stuff like that. But I'm going to tear it down in the meantime, get it all cleaned up and looking like new, the new cylinder and stuff like that, and maybe a new brake line, all that. So stay tuned. But now I gotta run home, feed the kids. They've been more than patient with me, working on this, figuring stuff out. I couldn't ask for a better set of kiddos, so, or a pair of kiddos. So, but anyways, I'm just gonna spray all this down with brake clean. I'll grab another one, and I will see you guys in the morning. Alright, folks, it's been a couple days since we last picked up the camera. Had some personal life stuff happen. Had the funeral of a guy my age, stuff like that. So, anyways, we're back. And yeah, I can't remember where we left off. I think, let me flip the camera around. There's where we left off. Took the drum off, the bearings out there. And now we've got, I got my trusty flashlight all charged up for you guys now too. So now all I've got left to do now, if I can get this to stick up here, if I can find some actual metal. There we go. Get that cylinder off. And to do that, I've got to have the really unfortunate job of pulling those springs off, which I am not looking forward to at all. Oh, sorry, yeah, those ones there, those big ones. Not looking forward to that at all. I'm gonna have the safety shield on, gloves, and see if I can find my vice grips. So hopefully that will go okay, and then the rest should just hopefully come apart. I can't remember how these go, but as you can see, you know, there's pad material here, but this side here is completely shot. It gets worn right down to the asbestos. I should warn you guys that, yeah, there's asbestos, because it's, 50 some plus years old. But yeah, let me blow this off, and then we gotta get that cylinder out. As you can see, the cylinder's all blown. It's all old and shit like that. So when you pump fluid through it, she just leaks. But we'll also maybe take a look at this line here. As you can see, it's all cracked up, but if it's still pushing fluid through, I think we'll be okay. I've got stuff back here. I gotta take that nut off maybe, then the brakes come off? I'm not too sure. I haven't done a brake job on one of these. So this is gonna be new to me, folks. I just want to get to that cylinder. Anywho, let's see what happens. Well, folks, I think for safety reasons, I'm going to tap out. The spring washer thing there popped off. And I can't get those two top springs to pop out. They're like seized in there really good. So I don't want to die. In other words, I'm gonna spray it with some heat. So yeah, I don't want to die. I don't want to catch a spring to the face or something, lose an eye, even though I am wearing shield stuff here. So I'm going to stop and leave it there. Till I get some more info, some more knowledge. When we come back to put the brake pads in, I will we'll have it figured out by then. But I've been playing around with it for about the last hour, trying to get it to budge, and it's not. And I'm afraid that when it does go bang, it's gonna hurt. So I'll let somebody else take a whack at it and see what they can figure out. But we'll put the new stuff on when it comes. So, well, actually, quick, take a peek here. Make sure we've got everything that we need still. Wheel cylinders here. One was for the front. One is for the left, one is for the right. These are for the rear. So I can't remember which one was which. Wheel cylinder. I can't remember which one was which was the right, which was the left. But we'll replace them. So I don't know, I could probably maybe cut those springs, but I don't know what all comes in the kit, and I'm really worried because growing up, yeah, see, this is the one for this side. As you can see by the back here, I don't know if you guys can, but it has the angle on the line that goes out, which is the same as on this one here, and it just will go in same spot there. But I gotta get those springs off, and they are not budging, and I don't know what to do. I know there's probably a bunch of people in the comments screaming at me, screaming, this is what you do, this is what you do. I will be the first to admit, I grew up in the 80s, 90s, the only time I really had to work on drums was like on newer stuff from the 70s or 80s, really. Anything else like that, I was always told it's too dangerous to stay away from. So, because my dad used to tell me stories about guys losing their eyes and stuff because kids playing with fucking hot rods, right? So, I'm not about that. I'm going to clean up, cover that up a bit, and actually, I'll be back with a verdict. Give me a minute. Went outside to go grab my stepdad to see what he was up to, and he just showed up. He went for a ride, so he's gonna try pulling at these because, well, he's got more experience with these than I do. Like I said earlier, I grew up in the 80s, 90s, so I was mostly. My dad used to tell me anything from like earlier than the 60s, don't touch because he can go blind. So, but Roy should know what he's doing. Fingers crossed. If not, hey, it's his car. If he breaks anything, right? I'd feel a lot less guilty. Well, like that, we are back. As you can see, my stepdad did get the springs off. So he said they were in there real good, which, 70 years, I don't blame him. You can see, look at those seals, like, absolutely shat. So anyways, I'm going to put the gloves on now, take these off, and we will continue pulling this down so I can get it cleaned up enough to, put some new stuff on, because, like, all this dirt and grime and shit needs to... You can't put shiny new parts on with it looking like that. You know, it's like it's like when your old lady didn't wipe her ass and she puts clean underwear on. It's like, ew, what the fuck? I wouldn't know about that though, because you know, guy doesn't have himself a woman anymore. Anyways, I got this retaining here guy to take off, I see, and that's the last one. Cool, awesome. We'll see you on the other side. Well, you can see I got the old pads off, the little clip there out. These seals and everything are just destroyed. Like, yeah, it's pretty raunchy. So we'll take them off, replace it with the brand new ones, and but we'll do that once we get the new pads. I'm gonna clean all this up with a wire brush and stuff like that. Maybe restore on it, Vice Grip Garage style, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, even the adjuster down there is seized, like she's seized a good one. So yay! At least we have all the old parts, and I didn't, breathe in too much of the asbestos. Also, that tool came in really handy for getting the pin guys there out. So, but now to take off those back nuts there and that line, or those two bolts in that line, and it's party time. Excellent. Rock and roll. Well, folks, like that, it's all off of there. I sprayed it off with some brake clean, enough to kill a baby elephant. No big deal. The line is up there. I couldn't really get it off of there, so I figured out a plan, a trick to do stuff. But that line is clear. It's hard, but it's clear. It's not swollen shut, and fluid's coming out of it like crazy. That's why it's pinched up like that. So we might not have to replace it. Just the cylinder, which I have sitting here in the vise. You guys can see she's crusty. I'm missing the seals. This is the new one for the driver's side of a 53 Pontiac Canadian car, for those that are wondering. That's it. Let me pull it out. We're not going to I'm not going to install it today. I'm going to wait until the new parts come, and then we'll slap it all together, because me and my dad came up with a plan, and I'll tell you guys about that here shortly. So I can undo this with one hand without totally, ruining the day. There we go. Okay, so let's see if it's a match. All right. That would be winner, winner, chicken dinner, folks. There's the bleeder up top here, which that one doesn't really have much. It's like an air bleed, I guess. What would you call that, guys? Like a self-bleeding system? So, but here we got an actual bleed screw. We got the cap for the fluid. We got the ends here, the plunger stuff. Oh, she's actually got some pressure to her. But yeah, there you go. She's identical. The other one that goes on the passenger side is the same thing, except for this hole is bored on the other side. So it's like that, right? But everything else is exactly the same. So that makes me happy, guys. We got the right parts for this. I was kind of worried about that, because these 53 Pontiacs are a pain in the ass to order parts for, if anybody knows. Any kind of 50s Pontiac, any Canadian Pontiac, I should say, is hard to find parts for, because it's basically an American Chevy with a Pontiac body. So it can be fun, like with the motor in this thing not being, the cool L6 or whatever. Instead, it's a flat 6. That kind of stuff, which even my stepdad's not really a fan of. We've been really talking about getting rid of that or doing something, but it's a good strong running motor when it runs. He's got another buddy that might come and tinker with it that needs a new carb. We know that. So I just told him, have at her. He's like, oh, I don't really want to work on it without you around, because I know you're documenting it for the YouTube, and a lot of people like the car. And I'm like, yeah, they do, but a lot of people like the car more if it moved and did stuff. And if you got people that are more qualified than me, let's be face it, with me raising my kids and other stuff like that I got going on, it's hard to get here every day now, that I got the home shop that I have to repair on, and stuff like that. That's why I got the powder coating here set up, because I can powder coat while I'm working on this thing. That was kind of like my back of my mind thought. Same with this, I can work on this a bit while I'm working on this guy here. So, but I think that will do it for this this portion of the video, guys. So we got the brakes off. We know what we need to order. Next time you see the car, we'll be putting new pads on the front, getting all that done and dialed in and adjusted properly. And the new cylinder, of course, will be going on. We're ordering two sets for both sides. So here's the plan, folks. We're going to order 2 sets of pads, one for both sides of the front. And then when I'm done this one here, putting it all back together and down, because this is where it was leaking from real bad, as you can see by that seal. I'm going to put it all back together, get it all right, how it's supposed to be. Probably get my stepdad to help me with the springs, because, you know, it is what it is. Hey, I'm not judging nobody judge me, okay? It is what it is. Anyways, then we're going to work on that. We're going to go to that back one, because as soon as that's done and it's not leaking, I want to see if I can bleed the system. If for some reason when I pull the drum off the back corner, it looks like that, like the pad did, like, you know, just really, really, really bad, and it's all seized and locked up, I'm going to just stop, put the hub back on, and the wheel, and order new pads for both sides right away. And then we're just going to work on that one, get it done, and that way by the time, you know, I'm all done in the front, the pads in the back should be done here. Everything should be ready to go. If that makes sense to you guys, I don't know. Paycheck to paycheck, right? So, we got the front pads coming. When they come, I could just jump over to the other side and do them right away, and then jump over to the back and see. But I don't know, what would Derek do? What would Derek do, guys? Comment down below. I'd love to hear it. Anyways, that's where we're going to call it. That's where we're going to end it today. Things seem to be going good. Been positive energies. Staying happy. Trying to, at least, with all the negative shit that's trying to drag me down in life. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. So, but anyways, that's, like I said, that's where I'm gonna end it. Thank you so much for tuning in today. That fucking helmet freaked me the hell out because I went fast and it looked like a head sitting there. Holy jeez. Lots of brake cleaner has been sprayed today, guys. A lot. Anyways, with that, I'm gonna get home, edit this up for you guys, get it all ready to go. Sorry that things have been a little hit or miss with the videos. It's just trying to find stuff to do. I kind of overdid it this summer. With the push to get to 1,000, I was trying to, you know, pound out videos and content and get to more and more engagement up, I guess. And hey, we did it. We got there. It's time to now just to relax and put back on cruise control mode and get back to our projects that we've been putting off. So, anyways, guys, until next time, take care of yourselves. Love you. God bless. And don't do anything I wouldn't do. The world is kind of weird and messed up right now. So, always be good to each other. Treat each other proper.